The HES ESL program is designed to give the students the skills they need for the 21st century. Generally speaking, over the past 30 years, education in Taiwan has transformed from more of a teacher-centered instruction to more of a student-centered language learning. You know, originally English language learning was more, it's treated as a subject. English was a body of information to be learned. Students learned grammar rules, they learned vocabulary, they memorized it for the test. Nowadays, it's more interesting than that. Students are actually using language as a tool to communicate and do things and use it and make it their own. We really want the students not just to learn English, but learn to use English. That is, use English as a tool for communication. HES has always stood for using English as a tool for communication. In fact, I remember one of our earliest commercials here in Taiwan. The tag phrase was, "Learning English naturally." And we still, at HES today, still stand for that. Learning English naturally. We want it to be, for the local Taiwanese, to learn English almost as effortlessly as native speakers do. The Partnership for 21st Century Skills has identified 4 key skill areas, these being collaboration, communication, critical thinking, and creativity. Together, they're known as the 4 C's. When we designed the ESL program, we designed it not only to improve students' English language skills, but also to develop other key skill areas that are essential for their success in the future.
There's lots of skills that we can teach the students when it comes to communication. But to get a student to communicate confidently is beyond just speaking. It's listening, it's analyzing, it's producing thought, and it's thinking of all of these things in a systematic way. We just happen to teach that skill in English. The ESL program develops more than just the use of English language. One thing it develops is critical thinking, which is the ability to identify a problem, analyze what needs to be done, formulate a plan to address that problem, and then carry it out, either by yourself or with your classmates.
Critical thinking 其实就是我们中文说的批判性思考。那批判性思考，其实我们一直想要鼓励小朋友跟培养小朋友的能力。我们希望他们能够独立的思考，有自己的想法。一开始课堂当中，我们会引导小朋友怎么样去思考。那思考完之后，他们就会得到他们的论点。通常得到他们的论点之后，他们想跟其他小朋友做交流。那交流的部分呢，其实他们就会想要说服其他小朋友他们自己的论点，同时他们也会倾听别人的想法。在这个过程当中，其实就 build up 他们的沟通技巧。
So we have a lot of discussions in the ESL program where the students maybe discuss text that they've read, or a video, or a science project. And by sharing these ideas, they broaden their own perspective and develop the ability to communicate confidently about their own ideas and listen honestly to other people's ideas.
ESL 教师所扮演的不只是知识的传递者，他同时呢也是知识的导引者。在 ESL 课程当中，我们提供很多探究型或者是探索型的活动，让孩子呢能够以小组的形式进行活动。在小组当中，学生会自己表达自己的意见，同时呢，他也会试着去倾听别人的意见。我们引导学生，告诉学生知识意涵的重要性，也创造很多多元的机会，让学生可以实际的运用知识。
Our students need to learn how to collaborate every day in our ESL program. For example, in our science classes, the students need to complete experiments. By working together, each student needs to perform their own task in order to succeed and get to the end result that the experiment wants them to do. Creativity is a lifelong skill that we want to foster in our students in our ESL program classrooms. Every day, we encourage them to express themselves through their English language, but we also want to foster their creativity and solve problems so that when they leave our school doors, they will be able to be successful in life in solving problems in a very creative way. As our ESL students progress through our program, you can see how their confidence in using collaboration and creativity go together. They learn how to solve problems by working together, and that is what we hope for in our students in the ESL program.
In ESL, we don't just learn English. We also do language art and science. And in science class, we do some very cool experiments with our classmates in group. And we also read interesting articles and stories in language arts, and we read about a lot of cool stuff, such as cultures from different countries. That's really interesting.
I like the grammar activities because we can practice English with our friends. I am great at playing the science game. I always know the answer. I can learn using when I read. I like reading every day because reading is fun.
Well, of course, we want students to learn English. We want them to learn some key skills that they'll use in the future. But also, we want them to learn about other cultures. We want to bring the world to the students. And we want them to enjoy learning. Not just learning because they have to learn, but learning because they want to learn and because they enjoy it.